The Great Pyramid of Giza at night looks like someone pressed pause on time itself, one sharp triangle of stone daring you to explain how it got there. And that's exactly why your title hits so hard. The enigmatic Pyramid of Giza, built by aliens. It's a question that pulls people in because it sits right at the intersection of awe and doubt. You're not just asking about a monument, you're poking at a bigger feeling most of us quietly carry. What if we've been underestimating the ancient world? Or missing something even stranger? So let's do this the right way. Let's go deep. Let's follow the evidence. Let's respect what humans are capable of. And yes, let's also talk about why the alien idea refuses to die in when scholars roll their eyes. Because the truth is, people don't believe in alien pyramids only because of facts, they believe because of emotion, wonder, suspicion, the thrill of mystery. And if your video can balance curiosity with credibility, you'll have people watching to the end. Start with a moment. Paint a scene. Imagine you're standing on the Giza Plateau, the air dry, the city of Cairo humming in the distance. You look up, and the Great Pyramid doesn't just look big, it looks impossible. Then hit your first hook. This structure was built around 4,500 years ago. It used millions of stone blocks, some weigh as much as a truck. The edges are so precise that people today still argue about how it was done. So here's the question. Was it really built by human hands? Or does it carry fingerprints of something not from this world? Pause. Let that happen. Then immediately promise fairness. By the end of this video, I'm not going to tell you what to think. I'm going to walk you through what we know, what we don't, and why the mystery feels so big that aliens start sounding like the easiest answer. Now shift into the why people suspect aliens section. But do it like a conversation. Let's be honest, the alien theory didn't come from nowhere. People look at the Great Pyramid and ask a very human question: how? Not just how did they move stones, but how did they plan something this huge without modern computers, lasers, cranes, or steel tools? And even if you'd never read a single ancient history book, you've probably heard these claims. The pyramid aligns almost perfectly to the cardinal directions. Its proportions seem to echo mathematical constants. Its construction is so tight that in some places you can't slide a blade between stones. And then there's that feeling like it doesn't belong, like it's too advanced for its time. Then lean into the emotional angle. When something feels too perfect, our brains do this thing where we search for a bigger explanation. Because smart humans working for decades feels boring compared to a visitor from the stars left a blueprint. That's not stupidity, that's storytelling instinct. Then start your deep research, tone slow, grounded, and dramatic. But before we hand the credit to aliens, we need to ask an uncomfortable question. Are we underestimating ancient Egyptians? Because if there's one pattern history teaches us, it's this: people in the past were not simple. They were not primitive. They were living, thinking, experimenting, failing, improving, and passing knowledge forward. And Egypt had something incredibly powerful: organization, a state system, skilled labor, specialists, engineers, scribes, architects. Not in the modern sense, but in the sense that matters. People who knew how to measure, plan, and build. Add a small human moment. When we say ancient, we picture candles and caves. But Egypt was a civilization with cities, farms, boats, mathematics, medicine, international trade, and a whole bureaucracy built around recording information. That matters. Now introduce the most persuasive human explanation: work, planning, and time. The Great Pyramid wasn't built by one pharaoh snapping his fingers. It was built by thousands of workers over many years. Some estimates say around 2 decades, seeing methods that look simple on paper, but become powerful when you scale them with manpower and discipline. Think about it. If you can cut, haul, and set a certain number of stones per day, every single day, for years, you stop asking, how is it possible? And start realizing it's a giant math problem powered by human endurance. Keep it paragraph only, but with rhythm. And here's the part that often gets ignored in alien theories. We have evidence of workers, not slaves in chains like Hollywood loves to show, but labor teams organized groups who lived near the site, ate, slept, got medical treatment, and left behind traces of daily life. That detail matters because it anchors the pyramid in reality. If aliens built it, why do we find the fingerprints of human society all around it? Food remains, housing areas, tools, and worker graffiti inside construction spaces. Then tackle the precision argument. Okay, but what about the precision? The alignment? The tight stone fitting? Here you slow down and treat it like a reveal. First, ancient Egyptians were obsessive about order. In their worldview, the universe was supposed to be stable, balanced, aligned. Their kings weren't just rulers, they were cosmic symbols. A monument like the Great Pyramid wasn't just a tomb. It was a statement that the world was in harmony. So precision wasn't optional, it was the point. Then make it relatable. Think about how people today build cathedrals, skyscrapers, or bridges. They're not just buildings. They're pride. Their identity. Now imagine a civilization pouring that pride into a structure meant to last forever. Then get technical without sounding like a textbook. Alignment to north can be achieved by careful observation of the stars. Level surfaces can be achieved using water trenches and simple surveying tools. Straight lines can be achieved with stretched rope, sighting, and repeated checks. When you repeat a method over and over, small errors get corrected. You don't need a laser, you need patience and verification. Now address the moving stones myth, because this is where audiences lean in. The biggest shock isn't the math, it's the weight. Some stones are several tons. People imagine they had to lift them straight up, like a crane would. But ancient construction doesn't always work like that. Ramps, straight ramps, zigzag ramps, spiral ramps, internal ramps are all ideas researchers have explored because ramps turn lifting into pulling, and pulling is what humans and animals can do extremely well. Then add human texture. Picture dozens of workers hauling a block on a sled, shouting in rhythm, coordinating like a crew team. Add water on sand to reduce friction. Add wooden rollers where possible. Add a foreman calling the pace. That's not alien technology, that's human teamwork. Now pivot into the mysteries that still remain, because this is where you keep the enigmatic promise. But here's the honest part. Even with strong human explanations, the Great Pyramid still has unanswered questions. And this is where the alien theory feeds. We still debate the exact ramp system used. We still argue about how the internal chambers were designed and modified during construction. There are voids and spaces detected that we're still interpreting. And the sheer scale, just the scale, still makes people whisper. Not because it's impossible, but because it's hard to emotionally accept. We look at it, and we feel small, then deliver a powerful line. Sometimes, the mystery isn't that humans couldn't build it, it's that we can't imagine humans choosing to. Then bring in the cultural context. Why build this at all? Because in Egypt, death wasn't the end, it was continuity. The pyramid is like a machine built for eternity. It's built to protect, to symbolize, to connect the king with the divine. The Great Pyramid wasn't just a building, it was a belief turned into stone. Add a subtle challenge to the viewer, and when people say, aliens built it, sometimes what they're really saying is, I can't believe human belief could be this powerful. Now talk about where the alien idea comes from historically, but keep it accessible and non-judgmental. So why alien claims show up again and again? Part of it is pattern seeking. Humans love connecting dots. When we see pyramids in different parts of the world, Egypt, Mesoamerica, we imagine a single secret source. But here's the reality. Pyramids are a natural human solution. If you stack stones and want height without collapse, a wide base and narrowing top is the smartest shape. It doesn't require a UFO. It requires gravity. Then add emotional respect. Still get it. The alien story is exciting. It makes the world feel bigger. It turns history into a thriller. And when official explanations sound dry, people run toward the story that feels alive. Now comes the "what if" section because your title demands it, but do it responsibly. Let's entertain the alien idea for a minute, not as a belief, but as a thought experiment. If aliens built the Great Pyramid, what would we expect to find? We would expect materials not available on Earth. We would expect tools beyond Bronze Age technology. We would expect evidence of a technological leap like advanced metallurgy, strange residues, components, or designs that don't match the time period. And we would expect a clear break in the archaeological record. One day primitive, next day impossible. Then gently land the point. But what we actually see is human continuity, earlier pyramids, experiments, failures, improvements. A civilization learning its craft over generations. That's the opposite of a sudden alien intervention. Then make the script personal. And there's something else we should talk about, something people avoid because it gets uncomfortable. When we credit aliens, we sometimes erase humans. Not intentionally, but it happens. Ancient Egyptians weren't magic. They were engineers, laborers, planners, and artists. They were people. They had ambition. They made mistakes. They got smarter. Giving the pyramid to aliens can be a way of saying humans back then weren't capable, but they were. And that's the real miracle. Let your tone soften. If anything, the Great Pyramid doesn't prove aliens existed. It proves humans have always been more capable than we give them credit for. Now, bring it home with a strong ending that keeps the mystery alive without leaning into misinformation. So was the Great Pyramid built by aliens? Based on the evidence we have, the most reasonable answer is no. But does that mean it's not mysterious? Absolutely not. The Great Pyramid is still one of the greatest achievements in human history. It's still packed with unanswered questions about technique, logistics, and internal design. It still inspires theories because it triggers something deep in the human mind, wonder mixed with disbelief. Then deliver your final hook for comments. And maybe the better question isn't, did aliens build it? Maybe the better question is, what kind of human world makes something like this possible? Because if humans built the Great Pyramid 1,500 years ago, what does that say about the limits we assume we have today? End with invitation. Tell me what you think. If you had to pick one, genius human engineering, lost methods we haven't fully reconstructed, or something stranger. And if you want part 2, I'll go deeper into the hidden chambers, the void discoveries, and the weirdest measurements that keep fueling the alien debate.